Excellency Sheikh Hamid Al-Rawahi, Ambassador Sultanate of Oman to the Republic of India, our friends from Turkey this morning, Mr. Singh, Mr. Panda, Mr. Deep, of course, Mr. Jawad, thank you very much for hosting us and having us this morning. My colleague, His Excellency, Engineer Rida Al-Saleh, it's a great pleasure to be here with you this morning. Today, as you can see, is probably one of the largest delegations we bring with us from Oman to India. We have about 40 people from both the government and the private sector. From the private sector, we have a mixed group of family, a few of the largest family businesses in Oman. We have some professionals, quasi-government companies. We have Oman Investment Authority, which is the Oman's State General Reserve Fund. We have also a couple of, we have the Public Authority for Economic Zones and Free Zones, Public Establishment for Industrial Estates. As you can see, this brings together a number of people, different sectors that I believe will be interesting to make contact between the Omani and the Indian companies. We're here today after 2 years of not being able to meet physically. So being here with you this morning, it's really nice to see, to put faces and to be here in person. We're overwhelmed with the hospitality we received from His Excellency, my dear friend Piyush, and his team. The main reason we were here at the invitation of my dear friend is to attend the 10th Joint Commission meeting between Oman and India. 10th meeting, but in a relationship that has been extending for over 5,000 years, connecting us by geography, history, and most importantly, people. And I think that's what makes it special. We had a successful meeting yesterday for the Joint Commission meeting, and today we wish you a successful meeting for the Joint Business Council, which His Excellency also suggested that since we're here for the 10th meeting, we should also have a Business Council to go together. I hope your discussions will continue from today onwards. I hope you will have such a good week after that. Oman, since we met post-pandemic, has changed. We have lost our Sultan, who was the founding father of the modern Oman since 1970, who we lost in January 2020. Sultan Haytham bin Tariq has taken over in January 2020 and bringing with him a new energy. We all feel that there's a sense of a new renaissance, what we call casually Renaissance 2.0. That we feel in everything we do. And I was happy to know that some business people who are very close to Oman already are feeling that change, already feeling that difference. His Majesty, with his new government, is setting a new direction, giving the financial file, the economic file, and the social file a greater importance and focus. I will not go into the details of the trade relations and the numbers that His Excellency Engineer Rida has mentioned very well. But my friend Piyush and I were talking that we have a number of projects, and Mr. Singh has mentioned one of the important projects that we have laid, which is the Urea project, MIFCO, and so many others. We also have a joint fund with the State General, with our two funds, with the SBI and with Oman Investment Authority. This fund has already been increased three times since the establishment, and we only see it increase further. We have got some excellent ideas yesterday. How can we further enhance it capital-wise? What does this show? This shows that we already have the foundation, we have the trust and confidence in each other. We have built a number of businesses that are successful, which is the start of any any successful business relationship. When I look at numbers and companies of Indian origin investing in Oman, we see more than 4,000, 5,000, almost 5,000 companies now with investments over $7.5 billion. This ranges from textile to steel to consumer products. We have today with us a number of companies, and some of them sponsoring this event, so thanks for that. And this only shows the trust they have in Oman, and the business, I think we can only grow further. Oman also launched recently Oman's long-term vision, Oman Vision 2040, and that for us sets the long-term goal and long-term plan. With that comes also a number of changes to the foreign direct investment law and making it much easier to set up companies. We have a number of incentives that have, for the first time, being also announced. Many of you have told me that, okay, we understand that now companies in Oman can get, other than having 100% ownership, they can also get land in some economic zones, leased up to 99 years. They get tax exemption for a very long time, custom duty, import exemption. But now we also allow companies to own land. A group was asking me that, can we own land if we have been here and doing business? And we have actually found out a way for companies to actually own freehold land if they use it for their own requirements. Recently, as a result of all these changes, we have also got, alhamdulillah, some good reviews in the international world, and the IMF has recently upgraded our rating with a stable outlook. This was done after a long time, since 2015, when the oil prices were low. Our FDI it has been growing at a steady rate of about 8% in Oman, and that represents approximately 50% of our GDP, and we're looking forward to having further investments, and we look forward to having investments in the areas of common interest, such as where the Vision 2040 focuses on, areas such as renewable energy, ICT, healthcare, manufacturing, agriculture, logistics, education, healthcare, to name a few. Today we met companies in the food processing part. Yesterday I also met our colleague, Minister of Energy and Green Energy, and there's a lot of potential. Oman has recently announced a formation of a new company called Hydrogen Development Oman. The Ministry of Oil and Gas was renamed as Ministry of Energy and Minerals. Minerals also remain quite strong. So with the success we have seen with the brand names, I know I will forget many, so I apologize if I forget a lot of them. Brand names such as the Jindas, the Tatas, the Lulus, to name a few. I know if these large conglomerates have found a successful story in Oman, I'm sure that many others will find even more business to do. I don't want to. My colleague Muhanna will be giving you a short presentation about investing in Oman, and he will go through more details, and you probably will have more time to go through Q&A. I met a number, other than FICCI and CII will be tomorrow, I also met a couple of other organizations, such as the Federation
enthused by your optimistic outlook in the bilateral relationship of the two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now turn to someone who steers the business ecosystem of India. Someone who synchronizes the demands of the industry with the demands of the economy. Someone who's leading from the front to create pathways for building robust economic ties between India and various countries. He's none other than Shri Piyush Goyal, Honorable Minister in charge of Commerce and Consumer Affairs.
Thank you very much, my good friend, my brother, Minister Kes. I'm really grateful to you for the leadership you have shown for the Oman-India partnership. And I'm delighted that you could accept our invitation to India. The Joint Commission yesterday was truly overdue, and I'm glad that we've finally been able to connect. While I know you only for a day now, but it seems like I've known you forever. And truly appreciate all the wonderful decisions that were taken in the JCM yesterday, the way you have steered this partnership, and the way you have shown a vision to expand our business relations on the lines of our people-to-people relations. Thank you very much for your visit and for your leadership. Excellencies, ambassadors from both countries, presidents of both the industry associations, captains of business and industry from Oman and India, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly intrigued by two countries which go back, as the Honourable Minister said, to 5,000 years of friendship and brotherhood and very warm relations between the people of the two countries, is still looking at trade in the region of $7-8 billion. I'm intrigued that investments on both sides are still hovering at about $5-6 billion. Despite so many years of wonderful engagements, relations, friendships, and therefore I think all the engagement that we may do in the Joint Commission meeting, all the friendship that the Minister and I may build up, the wonderful leadership that His Majesty and Prime Minister Mr. Modi both give to this partnership, the warm relations that businesses have with each other, all of this, the confluence of all these very good signs should and must lead to a significant increase in our business-to-business engagement. And therefore, I'm truly delighted that you have brought with you a very power-packed, large delegation of business persons and spokespersons also. And I'm quite confident that the more we look at each other, the more we get to know each other, the potential will finally get tapped. In fact, as we were discussing yesterday, the late Majesty, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, is somebody who every Indian holds in very high esteem, and somebody who brought this relationship to much, much greater heights during his leadership. And of course, he was conferred with the Gandhi Peace Prize in 2021, a very rare distinction given to international leaders. We also had a National Day of Mourning at his very, very sad demise. He's the architect of this close relationship. And I think all of us owe it to him. I think it's in a way a duty that we are all enjoined to implement and fulfill, that we really turn his vision to reality. We take this partnership to the heights it really deserves to be at. And I'm sure our business-to-business engagement led by both the Chambers of Commerce will result in some very important outcomes, will supplement the efforts of the government of both countries to prepare the ground for greater engagement. We've discussed several items where there are certain issues that need to be resolved. We may consider doing a preferential trade agreement with Oman to begin with. we are looking for a comprehensive agreement between GCC region and India also, which is under active discussion. But all of this can truly happen when businesses exert that pressure or that enthusiasm, which can then help us in the political leadership to take bold decisions. It's the businesses who have to demonstrate their interest on what they want us to do, how much they are willing to go ahead, how much they believe they can work with each other together, whether in goods, whether in services, whether in food security, which is an important element where Oman and India can work together, whether in the startup ecosystem, where India has a lot to offer in terms of the innovation and ideation that come out of India. But I'm sure our young entrepreneurs from Oman will be equally excited at the opportunities the startup world opens for them. I believe you're meeting the CEO of India-Oman today, who in a way is the architect of this startup story in India. But should you be interested, I'd be happy to send my team from Startup India to give a flavor of how this whole process has been taken forward in India over the last 6 years under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. He's really led from the front. He's been involved in this entire journey of Startup India at every stage. And we will certainly arrange at your convenience, our team coming, Shruti can come in with her team, all the youngsters, the very enthusiastic young team which is working on Startup India. I must also acknowledge with gratitude the care that was shown for the very large Indian diaspora, over 600,000 Indians who live in Oman. The care, concern and the love that was showered by the local people of Oman for all the expatriate Indians who are working there. During the COVID period, you took care of them like they were your own, and we truly appreciate that. You were also the first country to accept Covaxin, the Indian developed vaccine amongst the GCC countries, and have on more than one occasion shown the sensitivity towards India, which makes me believe that we have a lot to do together, a lot more good things to happen in the future. Be it investment, be it trade, be it services, be it the renewable energy mission, the green hydrogen mission on which you've had extensive discussions with my colleague yesterday. All of these are areas where I would invite Omani's businesses to look at India. We'll be delighted to partner with Oman. We'll be delighted to work together with you. On pharma, we have released a market study yesterday where I'm sure new opportunities can open up which will help to bring down health costs in Oman. Telemedicine or medical tourism, as they call it, or medical overseas travel for high quality medical care in India. You met Dr. Trehan yesterday. All of these are opportunities for us to seize. I'm delighted that in the joint declaration yesterday, Oman has agreed that for all the pharma companies and products who have US FDA approval, possibly also EU and UK, any approvals already received from these three geographies, which are very, very serious and difficult regulatory regimes, will be fast-tracked in Oman for approval so that your people can also benefit from the pharmacy of the world. Friends, the famous budding Omani singer, Haitham Mohammad Rafi, had said that Oman loves Bollywood. Incidentally, he also won an award in a very famous Indian television show, Dil Hai Hindustan. And I agree with him. While Oman loves Bollywood, let me tell you, Bollywood also loves Oman. And they're making a beeline for Oman to shoot in Muscat and other places in Oman. So it's a relationship of love, a relationship of affection, a relationship of shared interests, a relationship of oneness. And I have no doubt, just like your Omani halwa or kava Laban are very much enjoyed by our Indian friends here. I have absolutely no doubt that Indian chicken curry or Indian chole bhature will equally bring our two people together. Let's go for it. Let's not leave any stone unturned. Whether it's security, whether it's sustainability, whether it's powering new businesses, whether it's startups, in every which way, these are two countries that can work together, that can really help improve the lives of 1 billion plus people in India, maybe the 5-6 million people in Oman. Two different economies, two different size of economies, two very different nature of businesses amongst the two countries, one largely petroleum based, but having a vision 2040 to grow into the manufacturing space, into the services space. Another, with such a large market, opening up huge opportunities for Omani's business persons. Together, we can move mountains. And I invite all the Omani's business persons to build upon the excellent brotherhood and friendship that our leaders, that both Guest and I have shared over the last 2 days, and I'm confident will continue to share over a very, very long time. Let's all work together. Let's make this partnership truly a long-term vision for huge outcomes for the people and businesses in both countries. A warm welcome once again to all my friends from Oman who have come to India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. No stone to be left unturned for increasing the bilateral relationship. That is your message, Honourable Minister, to the Joint Business Council. As always, your address provides a lot of encouragement, and I'm sure the Business Council will take inspiration from your visionary address. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to conclude. I therefore invite Dr. Sadiq Ahmed, co-chair of FICCI, India-Arab Council, Chairman and Managing Director, Iran Group, to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Good morning. His Excellency Qais bin Muhammad Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, Sultanate of Oman. Shri Piyush Goyal, Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and Textiles, Government of India. Our ambassadors of Oman and India. His Excellency Engineer Rada Juma Al Sala, Chairman, Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and the business delegations from Oman, senior government officials from India and Oman, and my fellow business leaders. Special welcome to my brother Yusuf Ali, the Chairman of Lulu Group. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor for me to be present at this important meeting of India-Oman Joint Business Council. On behalf of FICCI, we would like to thank the Honorable Minister Shri Piyush Goyal ji and His Excellency Qais bin Muhammad Al Yusuf for their insight address. Yes. We would also like to thank you, our ambassadors, for sharing your visions and scaling up India-Oman economy. I just wanted to wind up my speech. The time of Minister need to be leave, so as of one of the most attractive investment and business destination, Oman, India is having been projected by internationally renowned consultants and IMF to become one of the largest economies in the world by the year 2025. His Excellency Qais bin Muhammad Al Yusuf has highlighted the priorities of Oman economics under its Vision 2040. May I also take this opportunity to thank each one of the distinguished participants from both India and Oman who have joined us today. I also take this opportunity to thank the media for their continuous support. I request all the members of the business delegation to remain seated till the Honorable Minister depart. We shall continue the program with India-Oman Business Council proceeding immediately. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now request all of the dignitaries in the dais to please come forward for a photo shoot. Mr. V.R. Sharma, please. Mr. V.R. Sharma, Mr. Pankaj Kinji, our honorable ambassadors on the dais, please. Our honorable ambassadors on the dais, please. Mr. Nana. May I now request all the delegates to remain seated as we would start our JBC proceedings right now.